Welcome back to the Wrestling Bubble. This is your Smackdown review, the go-home show before Money in the Bank. Not a bad episode of Smackdown. Not gonna lie.
Now we have Julia pretty much calling her shot towards Selena. We got Seth Rollins pretty much stomping people's head in before Money in the Bank to make sure that he wins. We have Solo pretty much saying Jacob Fatu is an idiot. So, I mean, things pretty much heat up for twist and turn. I mean, as far as Solo Jacob goes, that's no surprise. But I will say I like how Seth Rollins was let people finish their match and then pretty much take care of business with his goons.
Yeah, I liked the fact that they threaded the Seth storyline like throughout the whole show. They had Solo also, like, he was weaved throughout the whole show. I mean, this was a pretty active SmackDown episode tonight. You had a lot of, like, how many women's matches were there? I know there was Zelina Vega versus Piper.
I think we only had
You had
two.
the 6.
Yeah.
So it was only 2.
They're on another
And like maybe 3 or 4 segments.
Possibly, yeah, because we have Jade Cargill pretty
Right.
much letting us know that she will be being in the women's Queen of the Court thing, and then Charlotte came in letting her know pretty much there's only one queen, and that's Charlotte Flair. So shout out to Charlotte. Jade, we don't want to see you win. You're still green in the ring, in my opinion, but I'm looking forward to it because it looks like it's going to be a stacked Queen of the Ring. I don't know about the men's yet because no one called their shot yet. We have Damian Priest trying to call his shot to Jacob Fatu. Now, look, before we get to that, we had Seth Rollins open up the show to let us know that he will be taking home the Money in the Bank contract and then cashing it in, become whatever champion he wants to be, because he has to be the face of WWE. How many times we got to see Seth Rollins the face of WWE?
He sounds delusional.
Pretty much. You say you're for the future. Can we see Braun Breaker, please, or Bronson Reed? You know, some new faces, and you could just mentor them to make sure they keep the title. Just saying. But what I do like is when Solo came out to call his shot to let Seth know he run these streets.
Yeah, Solo was doing a whole lot of talking tonight, and most of it was off mic. But I don't know. I don't think this was a strong showing for Solo's bloodline. I don't know what they're even calling themselves now.
I know.
But yeah, you got Solo's group in the ring. You had Seth's group in the ring, and each one basically trying to establish dominance.
But let's face the fact that Solo was saying what we're all thinking. Seth Rollins' group is pretty much the bloodline.
Right. Talking about who do he call the right hand? Braun Breaker.
The right hand man. And
then yeah, Bronson Reed, he was like, you was just fighting with us.
Yeah, you don't call no more. You don't text no more.
Like, no call, no show.
Went to war with each other, and then you gonna team up with this guy? You know what, Solo? I'm with you. I was surprised he teamed up with him too, because we was hoping to be with you guys, because that would have been a dominant group. But unfortunately, we can't get what we all asked for. So before the segment end, we have Jimmy Uso, Big Jim, pretty much coming out and try to kick some people's head in. And of course, you have JC and Jacob Fatu basically ran into each other. And come on, Jacob. Now, you know JC didn't run into you. I know he a big dude, but you saw Jimmy push him into you.
He shouldn't have never been on that apron.
Lord.
See, he left himself wide open. Jimmy moved out the way. Boom. A freight train called JC Mateo runs into Jacob Fatu. Enough said. You already know they bumping heads. Seth trying to get him under control. JC's like, hey, it was your fault.
We have Solo trying to get him under control.
Yeah.
Same group, I know. So confusing.
Yeah, but we moved past that.
So which made Big Jim got his dub. 1, 2, 3. JC Mateo, first loss in 2 weeks already. I mean, what a push for that guy. We already know he ain't getting no belt title shots or anything. He just gonna be with Solo, taking L's after L's after L's. You picked the wrong team, dude.
You're new, Tungaloa. All right.
Pretty much. We also had Z-Botch running into Julia. Okay, Julia's getting a little teeny little pop here and there. Basically letting her know that you ain't taking my title. And Julia just laughed like, girl, bye.
I think it was the kendo stick.
Ooh.
It was the kendo stick which led to Piper going through the table.
No, basically what it's saying is like, I didn't even know this match was supposed to be a Slim Jim match, whatever. So
it was what, a Bakerfield street fight or something like that?
Whatever they want to call it.
I mean, it was literally just to show the Slim Jim logo on the table. Because, like, it took forever for Zelina to try and powerbomb Piper Niven.
Can we take a moment of silence? Why in the heck was Zelina trying to powerbomb Piper Niven to the table? Tiny little 4 foot of nothing trying to powerbomb big old Piper Niven. Is that supposed to be believable?
First of all, it'd be super easy to just drop down without her actually powerbombing or slamming her in the first place. She's like 3 times her size. 4 times.
What made it even worse during the match, she hit the code, what is it, code red, whatever it is, off the turnbuckle with Piper. I thought that was the end of Piper's
that was
match.
A nasty code breaker. That should have been it right there.
I think it was, and then they you have Chelsea Green.
They
interfere, pulling her out, and no DQ because, like I said, I didn't even know what kind of match it was. Because once I see Zelina on my TV, I turn to snooze fest. I cannot stand Zelina Vega. I still don't. What they said, she's been a champion for almost 70 days, 72 long is what I'm hearing. Can we please get her away from Chelsea Green?
I think it's been like 42 days.
Too freaking long. Yeah. Okay, oh my God. If I see her fight Chelsea Green one more time and her people.
Honestly, you're going to probably see it 2 more times at least.
Look.
It's crazy because we've had the same match at least 3 Smackdowns in a row.
More longer than that. She been fighting them before she even had the belt.
Yeah, but I'm talking about since she got it. I don't know, man. It's just... that I don't know what they even doing with that, but we're gonna move past that.
I'm just glad Julia came out and she pretty much knocked Zelina into her head to let her know, just because I help you that we're not friends. I'm just here for the title to make sure you're safe because I got next. Thank you. Of course, Zelina won. No surprise there. We have a little quick promo with Aleister Black letting him know that he's bringing darkness into SmackDown, so everyone beware.
Yeah. He just happy he out of that closet.
Exactly. So that's pretty much what that promo was about.
Challenges.
But we also have L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
Let me talk to you. It's the time of the year when I believe this is going to be L.A.'s Knight year when he wins the Money in the Bank. Because who else going to win it? Penta's tied up. El Grande's too busy trying to be Chad and El Grande. Who's looking for, what's his name? Andrade. Ain't nobody looking for him. Seth Rollins, he got CM Punk and Roman Reigns to worry about. Did I cover everybody that's in the men's Money in the Bank?
Yeah, pretty much.
So let's go ahead and give it to LA Knight. This dude been putting in the work. I mean, even if he doesn't win, dang. Who would he take the belt off of?
Exactly.
So we got John Cena possibly retiring with the belt. And then we know he ain't going after
He's
Jey
not
or
beating
nothing.
whoever beats John Cena.
Unless they do.
And then Jey probably won't even have a belt no more. It'll probably honestly, I could see it being Logan Paul and then LA Knight going after Logan Paul, running that feud back. Because remember, they had a little rivalry. Showed up at Logan Paul's house and stuff. Yeah.
That joint was funny.
So I could see them revisiting that.
I can see that too. Honestly, I hope, but I mean, also all we can do is hope and see where it goes because we all on the same page. Yeet man, your time is up.
Ooh.
One word, get rid of the belt. I'm just saying. But of course, we have LA Knight versus Aleister Black. Now, let me tell you how this match started. Let me talk to you. It's just because LA Knight pinned I forgot who he ended up pinning. Was it Shinsuke? Yeah, he pinned Shinsuke because Aleister Black hit the black mass and LA Knight said, "Toodaloop, it's my time. 1, 2, 3, and here we are." He coming after Aleister Black. Now, I don't know what happened to Aleister Black and Carmelo Hayes and The Miz, but I guess that storyline
Right.
is pretty much over because they ain't revisiting that storyline. So the only reason LA Knight won because Seth Rollins decided that SmackDown is his home. So he pretty much curb stomped the mess out of LA Knight. And then Aleister Black coming out like he just raised from the grave from the ring to let Seth know, nah, bruh. But then they threw him out like he was a piece of trash. Lord, I'm like, dang, man. Way to make yourself look small for there.
See, that's what I like in this episode is the fact that they had Seth's group. Like, he was pretty much everywhere on the show. He would interrupt matches or at the end of a match, jump whoever's in the ring. I liked it. His group is so much better looking whenever they're aggressive. And I was wondering, I was like, okay, if y'all finna like take over, why are y'all just messing with the same people?
Right.
So they went after like everybody.
And honestly, I like that. Like Seth is really showing, yo, this ain't no game for him. He if he got to take out everybody, he'll take out everybody. But let's be honest, like I said, Seth is not winning. He has too much enemies right now. Can we get a holla? Now, moving on from that, we have Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis making a quick announcement about the 2025 King of the Ring
and
tournament.
Queen of the Ring.
And Queen of the Ring, my bad, ladies. Next week is going to start. It looks like they're switching it up by pretty much it'll be a co-brand singles competition with the semifinals. So basically, it's almost going to be like the Royal Rumble. Whoever wins from each brand will pick a champions of their choosing at the place that we do not like, Saudi Arabia. Who cares? Ain't nobody care about Saudi Arabia. Shoot. Not even CM Punk thinking about going there either. But, of course, you know, Jay going to call her shot. Chad Gable's going to call his shot. Basically, he's going to be going against the dude with the big head, whatever, AAA for his championship. Chad, I wish you the best of luck. We all know you're not winning that. Then we have Tiffy time with Rhea Bloody Ripley.
This was pretty much just one of those segments where like each lady comes out, says a little line, the next one comes out, the next one comes out. Before you know it, we got a match. That's exactly what happened.
That's pretty much what happened. But let's be honest, everybody wanted to see Stephanie Vaquer. That girl is so over. Her and Rhea, man. I don't know who's more over. We forgot Alexa Bliss was even in the match because no one cheered for her besides when she came out.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't really do much during the match either. It was like Stephanie was in the ring for a long time.
Of course.
And then she tagged Alexa eventually. Alexa, once again, she didn't do nothing. But eventually Rhea Ripley came in. Of course, you know, the crowd popped. She's doing all kinds of stuff. And then the shenanigans start. You got Naomi and Roxanne been playing mind games and just sneaking behind the ref's back and stuff like that. Like Roxanne, I thought she did really good in this match.
Yeah, I like that they have Roxanne with the top competitors like Rhea, Stephanie. I even throw Naomi because she's a veteran. Alexa because she's a veteran. I like that they have her up here with the top stars and everything. I mean, she looks great in the ring. Unfortunately, she had to take the pin because Naomi had to remind her tomorrow night we are not
proceed
a tag
with
team.
caution.
She told you to proceed with caution. She don't. It's all
Roxanne
over her
goes
thing.
for the tag,
And
Naomi drops off the apron like, "Girl, I don't fuck with you."
Exactly. And Julia nowhere to be found. Lord, if you're gonna take that United States belt from Zelina, can y'all at least make her look like big or something, like believable, instead of like she took a Sister Abigail from a teeny Alexa Bliss girl by. She should never did that. But of course the baby face won. So moving on from
that Sister Abigail, I don't like her doing that move.
I'll be honest with you, leave it to Bray Wyatt. He is like one of my favorite wrestlers. I do not like I think my biggest thing, I hate seeing people who will use their finisher and it doesn't even look good on them. Just
Well,
let
let's
it
just
rest.
okay. I could understand somebody attempting to do that move, like if you've beaten up the person first,
Right.
and they look exhausted or whatever. Okay, so then when you lean them forward, and then they're just hanging there, it would make more sense. Julia hadn't really had any real damage done to her. Okay, like it was mostly Stephanie and Roxanne that were taking a lot of damage in this match, and then Naomi, she got in from time to time, but it was really Roxanne and Stephanie. So when Julia came in the ring and Alexa just grabs her and just leans her forward to get ready to do the Sister Abigail, and before she does it, she has to like stare or whatever for a little while. So Julia's just sitting there and looking goofy, like she's flailing her hands and stuff, and it just looks so dumb. It's like, man, can you please find another move to do? It's just, you look dumb. The person that you're doing it to looks dumb because they have to sit there and wait for you to finally pull them up to hit the move. It just looks so stupid. I think she definitely needs another move. Just go ahead and retire that.
We also, I agree.
Jay White does it better.
Oh, most definitely. Like, leave that to Jay White. Leave it to
Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt, rest in peace. And then, speaking of Bray Wyatt, we have his brother, Uncle Howdy, letting everyone know that he is coming after the tag team division.
Unfortunately, nobody cares.
Thank you for finally telling us what are you doing, because we done lost interest already, bro.
Nobody cares.
Like,
a little too late there.
Yeah. So, with that being said, we have the Street Profits. Montez Ford, if you're running for president, bro, you got my vote. He's letting the tag team division know that we can take down the Wyatt Six. We have what we take. We got everything. We got speed. We got brain. We got Johnny Wrestling. Who? But we got him, though. I mean, everyone against the Wyatt Six. Good luck with that, because some reason the Wyatt Six looks big. But you know who they did not
would have a better chance of taking down the Wyatt Six than getting on a pay-per-view.
That too.
That's all I'm saying.
All I'm saying is, when they had a tag team division, I didn't see no Pretty Deadly in there at all. Where is Pretty Deadly? Are they next to be
Still
released?
Missing.
I think I saw, because they all look the same size. I think I saw Mortal Machine Gun. I think I saw them. But they're about the same size as DIY. So I don't know if they was all around each other.
Well, DIY and Motor City definitely the same size.
Oh, Lord.
But Pretty Deadly's actually taller than them.
That's why I knew for a fact they wasn't there.
Yeah.
They are huge.
Plus they got the bright pastel colors, like,
because they're Pretty Deadly.
Yeah.
But again, they're nowhere to be found. So little nervous there. But next we have was Penta Andrade versus the Creed Brothers. Honestly, I didn't even give a damn about this match. Why? Because we already know the Creed Brothers wasn't going to win.
Right.
They've been taking L's after L's after L's. And at this point,
another team that's held back.
Just for real.
These dudes are so good. And it's like, what? Anyways. Man, it's like, there ain't no point of wasting my breath on that. They're too good to just sit there and boost up these other teams that, come on, man.
And they're so young.
Andrade and Penta aren't even a team.
Andrade.
So an established tag team can't even beat just a thrown together team.
Exactly. That enough said.
The disrespect.
Julius and Brutus Creed are wonderful athletes. They're great in the ring, believable. I'm so glad Brutus slowly getting rid of that stupid kiki. You're not a hyena. Treat him like he's a goddamn threat. Okay, for God's sake.
Hell, treat him like he's an all-American.
Exactly.
Just like his brother.
That's all we're asking for. And I cannot wait till they're done with this lucha mess with the what they call American Made. Because my God, can we finally put a belt on them? Not even a belt. Like, can we give them a story to build them into a champion? Staying with Ivy now. We're not asking for too much, because Penta's great and all. But look, If y'all trying to push new people, stop pushing these 40, 50-year-old people who can't even wrestle long enough to make us entertain. We have some young star who's actually better than the main roster, but yet we keep seeing the same people going after each other. This is going to leave that for another day, open mic night on Sunday. But moving on, of course, you guessed it, Penta and Andrade won, and then, Seth Rollins came out and stomped their heads into. And then Paul Heyman had to let him know to worship Seth Rollins because now he's in Jesus mode all of a sudden. So as he will say, walk through the valley of Seth, y'all can stop talking about CM Punk because he is glad that CM Punk is out of his misery. Roman Reigns, he was too stressed because he had to worry about every Samoan trying to take his throat. So, hey, Paul Heyman he done sum it all up for you guys. While he was praising Seth Rollins, you have Cody Rhodes, Cody. Cody always want to come out with a bang. So we have Cody and Jey USO coming out, sizing up Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins saying, you know what, this ain't the time and the place to deal with you too. So I'm just going to go ahead and see my way out of SmackDown and catch y'all tomorrow. John Cena, look. I feel like this was one of his best promos. This crowd was saying they want truth. And John Cena turned it around and said, y'all are a bunch of liars.
He said y'all can't handle the truth.
Liars. Lord. Y'all know that was off script. It's like Triple H let him know, yo, there's been a truth movement going on. And get ready for it. So just try to stay in character as much as you can. Because if y'all paid attention, he did break out of character just a little bit by smiling and stuff. Because who doesn't like our truth? Look, this movement has been happening Raw, NXT, Friday Night SmackDown, and I'm pretty sure it's going to happen tomorrow at Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. But I don't know. Like, cheer all you want, but they made their decision.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, what do you think he's gonna do? Call back R2 and say, you know what? We're gonna pay you the amount that you want.
Gonna do that.
They ain't gonna
They'll
do
never
that.
give up power.
Nah, man.
By giving in to the people, you giving up some of that power, and they ain't doing that. They just all about their bottom line, and that's it.
That's pretty much it. It's like, dude, we just signed Mariah May. You think we're gonna call back R-Truth and try to give him the money that he's worth? Hey, we're about to do the same thing.
If they were smart, they would.
R-Truth.
And then cut some of these people that's just been there for too long that haven't done anything. R-Truth was not in that category. R-Truth had a wealth of knowledge that he could have shared with the young up-and-comers. Could have gave them advice, could have schooled them on a lot of things. Anyways, just let it go to waste.
I agree. It's crazy, like, how many wrestlers they have released, and this one hurt the most for every wrestling, WWE universe out there, to the point they are literally making an R-Truth movement. This is bigger than the Yes movement.
Look, that's what happens when you release somebody that's actually over, and he's been over for about 20 years or so. Like, come on, man. They barely use them except for like these last month and a half or whatever.
Right.
Okay, and yes, he was in like these little segments before that with like maybe the Miz or Judgment Day, stuff like that. But all in all, it's not like he got a push or anything for the last decade. So, but the thing is, it's like every time he was on screen, crowd goes crazy. He always makes everybody laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And then the man still moved like he's in his 20s. Okay. It's not like he slowed down. It's not like he couldn't do the job or anything. And it's not like he wasn't over. So.
And it's also, it's not like WWE is not making any money.
Exactly. Well, I heard that TKO, which I think they actually go by, I don't know if they're going by a different name or whatever, but they're supposed to be like $3 billion with a B, $3 billion in debt. So like they're gonna have to sell some stuff. They're gonna have to cut some people.
So people in Raw, NXT, and SmackDown, I'll even throw in Evolve. I hope you have a backup plan because we're about to have some major release coming up. Budget cuts, people. Budget cuts.
That's your new WWE. Might as well get used to it. It's all about the bottom line.
Which is crazy, y'all.
Vince McMahon's song would fit this era so good right now.
Ooh,
no chance.
That's what you got.
And then hit that remix with Shane McMahon. Money, 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 money.
That's crazy.
Here comes the money.
They did a lot of cuts. You said they're like $3 billion in a hole, but then yet y'all still signing new stars.
Look, there's a conspiracy theory out there about Vince. Yeah, okay, just started this new company, 14th and I. Okay.
That's the name of the company?
Yeah, 14th and I, because of like where his dad started his first business or whatever. Okay, so they buy failing companies. So just think about that for a minute. They buy failing companies.
Oh my gosh.
So the WWE is basically in the hole. Vince could come on in, and remember, his friend is Emmanuel. Like, they've been friends for a long time. He could come in, offer to buy it back for twice the amount that he sold it to him. I'm just saying. Look, Vince come in. If he manages to do that, he really was the higher power.
It would be also crazy if he ever did that. AEW better step the heck up because, because like at least with TK Tony Khan, when the tickets weren't selling, at least he decided to save money and don't worry about like financing problems. He went to a smaller arena, which actually been working for him. Like now we can say X, Y, and Z about storyline, this and the third. He's a billionaire, production sucks, whatever. But I haven't been hearing that AEW is having financing problems.
Yeah, everybody was saying, oh, they're not making money. And well, apparently TKO wasn't either.
And they got they got big production and everything. You name it, they got it. But apparently that don't matter because
that's probably why the set designs aren't looking too creative these days. It's just a big screen, and that's about it.
I mean, if them tickets wasn't so high, y'all would have been making some money. $1,300 here, $50. Who the what? That's mortgage payments.
Man, look. I ain't complaining about them tickets because I ain't buying none of them.
You dang right.
And that's what you got to do. If you don't like the prices, don't pay for it.
And that's the bottom line.
What do you think's gonna make the prices come back down? Y'all keep filling the arenas, dummies. Dummy, yeah. I mean,
that does not feel.
If you want the prices to come down, stop supporting it. Okay, the show's already trash. Why you filling their pockets?
Like the girl,
give them incentive to do better.
Like the girl who paid $3,000 to go to WrestleMania 41, idiot. Like who the freak's gonna do that? Not even.
Man, you could have threw a good party with that money.
You
could have had a WrestleMania 41 watch along party.
For real. But
it's whatever. You want to support a company that's just trying to drain your pockets, go right ahead, buy those tickets, buy those overpriced shirts, just really tap into the stupidity that is the fan that supports trash wrestling, okay?
I mean, it is what it is. But like I said, if you want the prices to go down, like he said, stop buying it. Other than that, stop complaining. Just buy the tickets, keep it moving, and enjoy the show, as The Rock would say, that he got you on. So that pretty much sum it up with SmackDown. Really nothing to talk about besides Cena, of course, and Logan Paul had to let Jey USO and Cody know who's the top dogs in this world, in this industry. And of course, Cody cut his dry behind promo, and then Jey, looking like a clown, can't even say much besides yeet, yeet this, yeet that. Bruh, I never had a champion that cannot cut a promo to save his life. What are we doing?
You got one in Jey USO. But yeah, they said nothing. I was so happy that John Cena and Logan Paul came out, because Cody Rhodes and Jey USO was stanking up the place. Okay. So Cena, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming out there and saving Smackdown, okay? Because Smackdown had been good, and then we got get it all away, give it all away, right? We had to have him come out and cut the driest, most boring promo, okay? What do you want to talk about?
Well, we surely don't want to talk with you, bruh, but here we are.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got the beatdown, the usual.
Man, I thought Logan Paul dropped Cody on his head. What does he call that finisher? The doom?
The pulverizer.
Man, he pulverized him all right. Because, boy, that thing was so fast. I was like, oh my gosh, I thought he was going to drop Cody on his head.
That's one of the best finishers out right now. The pulverizer. Flip him, dip him.
Right, because I'm like, ain't nobody else doing that right now. Like, I mean, I like that.
They all doing cold reds.
Cold Reds, Cody Cutters,
Cold Reds and backflips,
RKOs, super kick here, super kick there. Everyone get a super kick here. Yeah, I'm about tired of seeing the same move. Logan Paul, that finisher is nasty.
Yeah.
Love it, keep it, don't change it. So that will conclude our Friday Night Smackdown, ladies and gentlemen. You didn't miss much. Tomorrow is Money in the Bank. Also, it's going to be World Collide at 3 p.m. on YouTube in English and Spanish. And then you can turn around to Peacock at 7 p.m. to see your Money in the Bank. Who do you got winning, the men's or the women's, men and women, Money in the Bank? And also, we already know what's the point of talking about. Lyra is going to lose her title. Lyra, thank you for coming. Your title reign is over. And once again, this is the Wrestling Bubble, TWB. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, and make sure you leave a comment below.